In this module, we are going to look at rules, routines, and procedures. The essential question is, how can carefully selected rules, routines, and procedures enhance my teaching practices? We want you to know the functions of rules and procedures and the different types of rules. By the end of this session, we hope that you understand the difference between a rule and a routine, understand why both are essential to a well-managed classroom, and understand how and when rules and routines should be taught. You should be able to develop the rules and procedures essential to your setting and effectively communicate the rules and procedures to your students. Let's first understand the difference between rules and routines. The function of a rule is to prevent or encourage behaviors by clearly stating student expectations. There are two types of rules, general and specific. General rules are broadly stated and can cover a plethora of behaviors. For example, be respectful to yourself and others. Specific rules are clear to the point and address one specific behavior. For example, be in class on time. A routine, on the other hand, is a procedure that has become a habit of your students in your class. It is known as the way things are done in your class, and tells the students how to respond or behave in various situations with respect to your class. Let's compare rules versus procedures. Rules should be few in number. They should be worded positively. They should have a negative consequence if broken. And rules tell you what you can or cannot do in the classroom. On the other hand, you can have as many procedures as needed to run a smooth classroom. They should be taught and practiced like a skill. They should have positive consequences when followed. And finally, procedures tell you how something is done. What effective teachers do on the very first day will determine the success of the class. The first few days of school, teach only those procedures necessary for the smooth opening of class. Teach other routines and procedures as needed. For example, a science teacher would not have to teach the routines and procedures for a lab on the first day of school. Only teach the essential ones on the first day and save the others as you come to them. You seemingly waste a little time at the beginning to gain time at the end. The ineffective teacher begins the first day of school attempting to teach a subject and spends the rest of the school year running after the students. However, research shows that the effective teacher spends most of the first weeks teaching students to follow classroom procedures. Routines and procedures should be taught consistently for the first 21 days of school in order to become a habit. Teach the routines and procedures the way you would teach a skill. First, show the class how to do it, then practice with them how to do it, and finally praise the class when it is done successfully. In order to maintain the routines and procedures throughout the year, give positive feedback every time the routine and procedure is followed.